Let me ask you something. How bad do you really want it? Not just the dream you talk about. I mean the one you feel burning in your chest when no one's watching. The one that keeps you up at night, whispering, you were made for more than this. But here's the truth: big dreams don't live in comfort zones. They're not found in safety nets or handed out for free. They're earned in silence, paid for in pain, and only those who are willing to sacrifice everything for them ever get to touch them. You want the comeback? Then understand this: comebacks don't start in applause. They start in darkness, when you're broken, when no one believes in you, when you have every reason to quit, but you don't. That's the moment your comeback begins. You've been knocked down. Good. That means you're in the perfect position to rise, but don't expect it to be easy. You will lose sleep. You will lose friends. You'll be misunderstood, judged, laughed at, and you know what? That's the price. Big dreams need big sacrifices. Not one, not two, all of them. You'll sacrifice comfort. You'll sacrifice distractions. Sometimes you'll even sacrifice parts of yourself to become something greater, but in the end, it'll be worth it. Because when the world sees the glory, only you will know the story, the tears, the nights, the hunger, the fire, and that's what makes the victory real. That's what makes the dream yours. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for signs in the sky. This is it. Right here, right now. Your pain has a purpose. Your past has power, and your comeback, it's already in motion. You just have to fight for it. No more excuses, no more delays, no more average. Big dreams, big sacrifices. This is your moment. Make it count. Big dreams are not given. They're earned through relentless effort and personal sacrifice. They don't show up just because you want them. They arrive after you've bled for them, after you've stayed up late, grinding while the world sleeps, after you've failed, fallen, and had every reason to quit, but didn't. Because the truth is, anyone can dream big, but very few are willing to pay the price. It's easy to talk about goals. It's easy to post motivational quotes. It's easy to say, one day I'll make it. But what separates the talkers from the doers is sacrifice. It's giving up the party to study. It's waking up at 5 a.m. to train when your body begs you to rest. It's saying no to instant gratification so you can build something that lasts. Success doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to your actions. And when the dream is big, the cost is even bigger. You'll sacrifice time. You'll sacrifice relationships. You'll sacrifice comfort, convenience, and sometimes even your peace of mind. There will be moments when you feel alone. Moments when you doubt everything, when your mind screams to turn back. But if the dream is worth it, if it's truly yours, you keep moving anyway. You keep pushing through the pain. You embrace the grind. Because deep down you know there's no shortcut to greatness. There's no elevator to the top. Just a staircase of sacrifices, one painful step at a time. You don't rise by wishing. You rise by working. Every day, every moment, every decision, you get one shot at this life. And the size of your dream will demand everything from you. It will stretch you, break you, rebuild you. But that's the process. That's how champions are made, in the fire, in the struggle, in the silence when no one's clapping for you. And when the world finally sees you win, they won't see the nights you cried. They won't see the battles you fought in your own mind. But you'll know, you'll remember what it took, because the dream didn't come to you. You went out and earned it, with sweat, with sacrifice, with relentless, unapologetic effort. Comfort and growth cannot coexist. You must leave your comfort zone to reach greatness. You can't become more by staying the same. You can't chase your highest potential while clinging to what's safe and familiar. Growth begins the moment comfort ends, and that's why most people never rise. Because comfort feels good, it's warm, it's predictable, it doesn't challenge you, but it also doesn't change you. Comfort keeps you still while your potential cries out for motion. It whispers lies like, "You're fine where you are." But deep down, you know the truth. You were made for more. You were made to stretch, to evolve, to become something beyond what you've ever been. And that will never happen inside your comfort zone. Growth is uncomfortable by design. It requires pain, pressure, and persistence. It forces you to face fear. It dares you to risk failure. It demands that you try things you're not ready for and become ready through the process. You don't get stronger by doing what's easy. You grow by stepping into the unknown, by doing the hard thing, by saying yes to the challenge, even when you're scared, even when you're uncertain, because every time you step outside your comfort zone, you expand it. Every time you face what intimidates you, you become a little braver, a little wiser, a little more powerful, and that's how greatness is built. Not all at once, but one bold step at a time. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be willing to move, to risk discomfort for the sake of becoming who you're meant to be. Comfort will tempt you to settle. It will try to convince you that staying where you are is safer. But remember this, nothing extraordinary ever came from staying comfortable. No legacy was built from doing the bare minimum. No dream was fulfilled by playing it small. Greatness lives on the other side of fear, on the other side of hard, and the only way to reach it is to move through the fire. So, stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for comfort to give you permission. It never will, because comfort is the enemy of change, and change is the birthplace of growth. You have to choose. You can have comfort, or you can have greatness, but you can't have both. Sacrifice is the entry fee to achieving something extraordinary. No one gets to the top without giving something up. No one reaches greatness by holding on to everything. If you want something most people will never have, you have to be willing to do what most people will never do, and that starts with sacrifice. It starts with letting go. Letting go of comfort, letting go of distractions, letting go of things that feel good now, so you can build something that lasts later. The dream doesn't care how badly you want it. It cares how much you're willing to give for it. Time, energy, sleep, money, peace, all of it. You don't get to keep everything and still rise. You have to trade, because life is always asking the question, how bad do you want it? And your sacrifices are the answer. Every early morning, every late night, every time you say no when it's easier to say yes, every time you keep going when quitting would be more comfortable, that's the price. That's the toll you pay on the road to excellence. There's no fast pass, no discount, no shortcut. You can't cheat the process. You can't outsmart the sacrifice, because greatness is a currency, and sacrifice is how you pay. It's painful, it's lonely. And most of it happens in silence, behind the scenes, no applause, no recognition, just you and the decision to keep going, and that's why it's powerful, because most people won't. Most people will stop when it hurts. Most people will choose comfort over commitment, but not you. Not if you really want it. Not if the dream means more than the moment. You have to understand every sacrifice you make is a brick in the foundation of your legacy. Every sacrifice is proof that you're serious, that you're not just dreaming. You're building, and yes, it will cost you, but what you get in return, discipline, character, resilience, clarity, and eventually victory. You won't just achieve something great. You'll become someone great, because the path to extraordinary isn't just about reaching the goal. It's about becoming the kind of person who refuses to quit, who embraces the pain, who gives everything for a vision no one else can see. And that transformation, that inner fire, that's what makes it all worth it. So the next time you feel the weight of sacrifice pressing on your shoulders, don't back down. Step forward, because that's the sign you're on the right path, the path where the extraordinary live. Comebacks begin in silence, not in applause or attention. They don't start when the crowd is watching. They start when no one cares, when the lights are off, when you're at your lowest and the world has already moved on. No cheers, no validation, just you, and the decision to rise. That's where real comebacks are born. Not in the moment of glory, but in the quiet grind that no one sees, in the stillness of doubt, in the silence of disappointment, when your name isn't trending, when no one is clapping, when it feels like you've been forgotten. That's where the fire is forged, because silence is where reflection happens. It's where the pain speaks louder than the noise. It's where your character is tested, not by how you act when you win, but by how you fight when everything feels lost. See, the comeback doesn't begin with motivation. It begins with commitment. When you say, "I'm not done." When you refuse to stay down, even when staying down would be easier, even when giving up would be justified. That's the power of silence. It strips away ego. It removes the audience. And it forces you to answer one question: who are you? When no one's watching. Because if you can rise there, if you can grind there, if you can rebuild in the dark, you're unstoppable when the light finally hits. The world loves the story of a comeback, but it rarely sees the suffering behind it. The early mornings filled with self-doubt, the nights where your own mind becomes the enemy, the moments when all you have is faith. And one more step. That's what a comeback is. It's not loud, it's not pretty, it's not for show, it's raw, it's messy, it's quiet. And that's what makes it powerful, because silence doesn't lie. There's no one to impress there, no one to fake it for, just truth, just work, just the climb. So don't be discouraged if no one sees your progress yet. Don't lose heart if the world has forgotten your name. The silence is a gift. It's the proving ground. It's where you sharpen your edge, where you toughen your spirit, where you lay the bricks for something legendary. And when the time comes, when your moment arrives, they'll see what you built in the dark. They'll see the strength that was born in silence, but you'll know the real comeback didn't start with applause. It started when you chose to fight alone. Pain and failure are part of the process. They refine you, not define you. You will stumble, you will fall, you will face moments that make you question everything. But that doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're becoming, because pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. Failure is not the end, it's part of the way forward. Too many people quit when it gets hard. Too many walk away the moment things fall apart. But the ones who rise, the ones who overcome, they understand that the fire isn't there to destroy them. It's there to purify them, to burn away what's weak, to reveal what's real. Every setback you face is shaping you. Every loss is carving depth into your character. Every painful moment is a chisel in the hands of purpose. It's hard, yes. It hurts, yes. But it's making you sharper. It's making you stronger. It's making you wiser. Because success doesn't come without scars, and every scar tells a story of a person who refused to be defeated, a person who chose to rise. You are not your failures, you are not your pain. You are what you choose to do after. That's what defines you, not the fall. But the response, not the mistake. But the lesson, not the breakdown, but the breakthrough that comes after it. So when the pain hits, lean into it. When failure knocks, get back up. Feel it, Face it, but never fear it, because pain has a purpose. Failure has a function. They are there to shape your journey, not stop it. Every great story includes a chapter of struggle, a chapter of doubt, a chapter where it looked like the end, but it wasn't, because the process is never clean. It's messy, it's frustrating, it's real, but that's the price of transformation. That's the cost of growth. And if you run from the pain, you run from the potential. If you avoid failure, you avoid your own greatness. Don't hide from the hard moments. Use them, let them build you, let them teach you, let them prepare you for what's coming next, because the struggle you're facing today might be the reason you're ready for tomorrow. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Every pain has a point, every failure has fuel, so don't give up now. Don't let the process scare you away from the promise. This isn't the end of your story. It's the part that makes your story worth telling. Real success requires the loss of distractions, comfort, and sometimes relationships. It doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come easy, and it doesn't come while you're holding onto everything and everyone. If you want to rise, you have to release, not because you don't care, but because your future demands your full attention. Distractions come in many forms: social media, endless scrolling, pointless conversations, wasted time on things that don't build you. They pull you away from your focus. They steal your energy without asking for permission. And if you're not careful, they'll rob you of your potential. You can't build something great while being distracted by everything small. Success demands focus. It demands discipline. It demands that you choose your priorities with intention. That means letting go of what numbs your mind. That means turning off the noise and tuning into your vision. Because what you focus on grows, and where your attention goes, your energy flows. But it's not just about distractions. It's about comfort too. You can't stay cozy and climb higher. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It's the voice that tells you to stay safe, to stay the same, to settle. But real success lives outside of that zone. It lives in risk, in challenge, in the unknown. You have to be willing to feel uncomfortable, to do the things others won't, to be stretched, challenged, and sometimes even broken, because comfort won't carry you to greatness. Only courage will. And then there are the relationships. This one hurts the most. Sometimes the people around you aren't ready for your growth. They'll doubt you. They'll distract you. They'll hold you back, not always out of malice, but out of fear. Fear of losing you. Fear of being left behind. Fear of change, but you can't dim your light to make others comfortable. You can't stay small just to keep everyone around you happy. You have to choose your dream or their approval, your purpose or their comfort. Not everyone is meant to go where you're going, and that's okay. Letting go doesn't mean hate. It means honoring your calling. It means making space for what matters most, because real success, it's not just about what you gain. It's about what you're willing to lose. The truth is, you can't carry dead weight up a mountain, so if something or someone is holding you down, you have to let go. This is your life, your dream, your journey, and you only get one shot at it. Make it count. The fight is lonely, but the reward is personal and powerful. No one truly sees what you're battling on the inside. No one fully understands the weight you carry. And truth be told, most people won't even notice when you're struggling, because real battles are fought in silence, alone, when the crowd is gone, when the support fades, when it's just you and the mirror. You'll question yourself. You'll wonder if it's all worth it. You'll wonder why you keep pushing when no one claps for you, no one checks in, and no one even believes you'll make it. but that's what makes the fight real. It's not for show, it's not for attention, it's not about proving them wrong, it's about proving yourself right. You wake up and keep going, not because it's easy, but because something deep inside refuses to quit. Something in your spirit says, I wasn't made to stop here. That's the voice you follow, that's the fire you protect. Because while the journey feels lonely, the victory that's coming, it's yours, you earned it. You paid for it in hours no one saw, in pain no one felt, in choices no one understood. You sacrificed things others couldn't, you walked away from comfort, you said no when everyone else said yes, and in that silence you became stronger. You became sharper, you became someone no one could break. That's why the reward will hit different. It won't just be success, it'll be self-respect. It'll be pride in the battle you faced and won. It'll be knowing that you didn't give in, that you stood tall, even when everything tried to knock you down. You won't need applause when you win, because you'll remember the nights you cried and kept going. You'll remember the doubts you silenced. You'll remember how you carried yourself through the fire without asking anyone to save you. That's the reward, not just the results, but the resilience, not just the outcome, but who you became on the way. People may not get it, they may not celebrate you, but when it's all said and done, you'll look back and realize it was worth every lonely mile, because the fight may be silent, but the victory will speak volumes. You are responsible for your own comeback. No one else will do it for you. No one is coming to rescue you. No one is going to hand you a second chance. No one will fight for your dream the way you must. This is your life, your pain, your comeback, and it's on you to rise. It's easy to wait, to hope someone notices, to hope life gets easier, to hope someone reaches in and pulls you out of the darkness. But the truth is, it's not their job, it's yours. You're the one who knows the weight you carry. You're the one who hears the doubts in your mind. You're the one who sees what you're capable of even when the world doesn't. So stop waiting. Stop expecting someone else to fix what's broken. Take the pain. Take the regret. Take the mess and build something from it. It won't be perfect. It won't be pretty, but it will be real. You have everything you need inside you. You just have to make the decision. To stop blaming, to stop waiting, to stop depending on things outside of your control. Yes, people will hurt you. Yes, life will knock you down. Yes, circumstances will break your heart. But none of that gets to decide your future. Only you do. You decide if you stay down. You decide if you rise again. You decide what happens next. And that's the power most people forget they have. They give it away. They let their story be written by the past, by others, by fear. But not you, not anymore. You didn't come this far to let the world decide your ending. You came this far to write your own comeback. No one knows your fire. No one knows your vision. And no one can walk this path for you. So take ownership of the pain, of the dream, of the journey. This is your responsibility. This is your mountain to climb. This is your fight to finish. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's lonely, but that's what makes it powerful. Because when you make it back, when you rise again, it's yours, not borrowed, not gifted, earned. Every step, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt you pushed through, all of it becomes part of your legacy. So look in the mirror and say it loud. No one is coming to save me, and that's okay, because I am ready to save myself. Excuses kill dreams. Action and discipline revive them. Excuses are easy. They're convenient. They make you feel better in the moment, but they steal your future one day at a time. Every time you say, I can't, you silence the part of you that could. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow, you push your dreams one step further away. Excuses are comfortable lies. They protect your pride while your potential fades. They sound like reasons, but they're really just permission to stay stuck. You tell yourself you don't have time. You tell yourself the conditions aren't right. You tell yourself you'll start when you feel ready. But deep down, you know the longer you wait, the harder it gets. The more you delay, the more it slips through your hands. Dreams don't die overnight. They die in silence. They die in small moments of procrastination. They die every time you choose comfort over commitment. But here's the truth: your dream isn't dead. It's just buried under layers of hesitation, distraction, and excuses. And the only thing strong enough to dig it out: action, not talk, not planning, not waiting for the perfect moment, just action, even when it's small, even when it's messy, even when you're scared, because action breathes life into vision. It turns maybe one day into I'm on my way, but action alone isn't enough. It needs a partner, discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done long after the mood to do it has left. It's choosing consistency over convenience. It's showing up even when no one's watching, even when you don't feel like it, even when progress is slow, because discipline is what builds momentum, and momentum is what makes impossible things inevitable. You can't wait for motivation. You can't wait to feel ready. You have to move. You have to decide that your dream is worth more than your excuse. Because one day, the opportunity will knock, and you either will be ready or you won't. And that comes down to what you're doing today, right now. Excuses will always be there, but so will the chance to rise. So will the opportunity to begin, to take one step, to make one change, to move 1 inch closer to who you were meant to become. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect timing. You need courage. You need action. You need discipline, because those are the tools that rebuild dreams. Those are the habits that rewrite futures. And those are the choices that separate those who wish from those who win. This moment is all you have. Own it, fight for it, and make it the start of your greatest comeback. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when the timing is perfect. Now, right here, right now. This is your moment. It might not feel like much. It might feel broken, heavy, uncertain, but inside this very moment is power. The power to decide. The power to begin again. The power to rise, even with shaky legs and a tired heart. You don't need more time. You need more intention. You need to stop waiting for the stars to align. They won't. You need to stop asking for permission. It's yours. You need to stop looking at the past to explain the future. The past is over. This moment is what's real. This second, this breath, this decision. Your comeback doesn't begin when life gets easier. It begins when you stop making excuses and start making moves, even if they're small, even if you don't have all the answers, even if it hurts, because action creates momentum, and momentum creates transformation. But it starts with a decision to own this moment, not to run from it, not to numb it, not to wait for someone to save you from it. Own it, fight for it, because no one's going to hand you your comeback. No one's going to do the work for you. No one's going to believe in you more than you believe in yourself, and that's exactly how it should be. This is your battle, your breakthrough, your chapter to rewrite. And you don't need a dramatic event to begin. You just need a choice, a shift, a spark. Say it to yourself. This is the moment everything changes. This is where the comeback begins. This is where I stop looking back and start moving forward. And you'll feel the resistance. You'll feel the fear. You'll feel the old voices try to drag you back. but push through anyway. This is your time, not someday, not later, now. Own it with action, own it with courage, own it with relentless determination. You've waited long enough, you've doubted yourself long enough, you've survived long enough. Now it's time to rise, to rebuild, to reclaim your power. No more hesitation, no more delay. This moment is all you have. Don't waste it, don't surrender it, don't sleep on it. This is the start of something greater, and one day you'll look back and say that was it. That was the moment everything changed, so now the choice is yours. You can walk away, stay the same, and let this moment pass you by, or you can rise. You can draw the line right here, right now, and declare that this is the day you took your life back, not because it was easy, not because you had all the answers, but because you finally understood asterisk asterisk, big dreams need big sacrifices. Asterisk asterisk, because you were tired of running, because you were done with waiting, because something inside you refused to let your story end here. This is not the end. This is the rebirth, the comeback, the moment you stopped surviving and started building. No more playing small, no more living in fear. From this day forward, you move with purpose. You move with power, and you never, ever look back.